Peace and love, everyone, and welcome to our Affinity Leadership Healing Circle for the month of February. This month, we are intentionally creating space for those of African and Black ancestry. So thank you for joining us and welcome. In the chat box, I want you to share, where are you from? Where are you from? And that could be two things. That can be where you're representing, where you're born, what group do you identify with? So where are you from? And then what brought you here to the circle? Why did you decide to join us today? Thank you for deciding to join us today. So in the chat, do those two things. So where are you from? And what brought you to this circle? All right. So before we get started with our session, I do want to share our norms for guiding our time together today. So here at Developing Capacity Coaching, we have some norms or touchstones that we use for conscious people of equity journey. First and foremost, this is a brave space. This is a safe space. So please feel comfortable showing up in your full self, showing up in a way that feels safe and also brave to you. And also remember to be graceful with not just yourself, but also others. Because this is a brave space, this is a safe space, we are here to learn and not judge. So we're learning more about ourselves, more about each other, and trying to get rid of that tendency to judge. As well as think possibilities, think opportunities, think what can be when we decide to dive deeper and create time for ourselves. And also, because this is a mini session, a 30-minute session, please remember that we're going to expect non-closure, right? We are going to create time and space to connect and heal and know that this is a journey and not an endpoint, but this is a starting point for some. And also remember that intention does not override impact. It is important to realize what your intentions are before certain actions, but also realize that the impact is just as important, sometimes even more important. So make sure that we are accepting responsibility for not just our intention, but also our impact. And then what we share here today will be confidential. So right now we are recording, but once we get to our responses, that will no longer be recorded, okay? So again, thank you everyone for being here, and let's get into it. So let's go over our mission. What is our mission? We are here to expand the capacity of leaders to do good. We want you to do good in your organizations, for yourself, for the people you serve. Doing good is the core of the mission for developing capacity coaching. And by doing good, we foster a more compassionate, equitable, and just society. And we know now more than ever that is truly important. And here is DCC's vision that all people, regardless of background, are thriving freely throughout this planet. All people. And developing purpose-driven leaders means that we're transforming our personal leadership, building team capacity, shifting organizational culture, and leverage data-informed decision-making. And so the pillars are equity, love, healing, and justice. A quote I think is important to center our work here today comes from the great Audre Lorde, and she says, "Caring for myself is not self-indulgence, it is self-preservation. That is an act of political warfare. So caring for yourself is a necessity. It does not mean that you are selfish. It does not mean that you are overindulging, but it's needed in order to do good. In order to show up as our best selves, we must take time to create space for us to heal and be. And that's part of the intention for today's time. So to begin our time together, to get us thinking, we have two questions that we're going to lean into. So in the chat, think about this. How are you currently using your power to unapologetically own your brilliance, identity, and expertise? So think, how am I currently using my power to unapologetically own my identity, brilliance, and expertise? So I'll give you some time now to think about that and share your responses in the chat. Okay. And then our next question, what's the next best practical step to honor my humanity today or daily? What can you do daily to honor your humanity? How can you show up for yourself on a daily time? So take a moment to maybe set an alarm as a reminder on your phone. Some of the toolkits that we suggest are also featured in our graphic. So maybe have some tea time. That's something I recently added in my daily morning practice, is having some warm lemon water or some tea to start my day. Going for a walk in nature. I love going for a walk. It's literally like my daily medicine. I love going for a walk. Maybe practicing gratitude in an intentional manner, writing it down, taking some time to realize what you are grateful for. That can be also an anchor and sanctuary for you. So take a look at our graphic and think, what's the next best practical? So what works for you? How can you fit this into your schedule? Step to honoring your humanity on a daily basis. And to hold yourself accountable, maybe set a reminder in your phone or an alarm